Hello once again, everybody. Thank you for tuning into the AIW's The Card is Going to Change. Before we get to our show, thank you to our sponsors. They help us bring this show to you for free each and every week. Thanks to Angelo's Pizza, providing us with some delicious eats here. And, of course, we've got pizza for sale for you at all of our live events. If you want to see what else they have on the menu, check out Angelo's on Madison Avenue in Lakewood, Ohio. Thanks, of course, to Pollyanna DIY. They do some custom stuff for us, including some fantastic pins that we have sold at our shows and always have available at our merchandise stands. They do T-shirts and so many other things, so check them out on social media and online on their website. Thanks also to SmartMark Video, smartmarkvideo.com. That's where to go to purchase DVDs and MP4s of our shows, whether you were there live and want to watch it again or have yet to see it. SmartMarkVideo.com is where to go. And if you love streaming all sorts of different wrestling, then check out independentwrestling.tv. Plenty of AIW archives on there as well as other promotions. Make sure you use the code ABSOLUTE when you sign up and you'll get a 20-day free trial. With that, we get into this week's show. We are talking about a show that happened May 17th at the Odeon in downtown Cleveland. It's Keep Their Heads Ringin, better known as the Rap Show, as we call it each and every year. On the show, we have a little round table. The Duke is here joining us.
Yo.
We'll hear from Joshua Bishop. He's sitting here to my side.
The Intense Icon.
The Intense Icon, sure. AIW owner John Thorne, always here. My name is Steve Guy, your moderator.
Unfortunately.
And I'm sure we'll be joined by a round table of others. And this, I guess as we lead off, was this our first show at the Odeon, John?
Yes.
This is it right here. And it goes crazy. So there's a lot going into this in terms of logistics and everything. We're able to get in there Thursday night, kind of set up, see how things should go. A lot of questions, basically. Coming out of Mount Carmel, we didn't have a permanent home.
What kind of questions you got?
Well, we had questions of it going in, you know. People are going to have find places to park. It's not like Mount Carmel or...
There wasn't, let's be honest, there wasn't that many places to park in Mount Carmel either.
This is true.
I always found a spot.
You get there early enough,
Well, no, I just made my own spot, but I always parked there.
Where was your Mount Carmel spot?
My Mount Carmel spot was right down the hill past the church in the sideways yellow lines that's not a spot, right against the wall.
Oh, so the places that they complained to us about every single show that people can't park there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that spot. Great job. You know, what the setup was going to be like, how many seats and chairs we could fit. The one thing we knew going in, we sold X amount of front row seats, and basically the seating kind of went from there. You know, is how the stage was going to set up. We did determine that we could put seats on the stage, which was a fun little new
Good thing we got in there the day before, or else they wouldn't have been there.
Yeah. That's
because Dr. Dan would have showed up at fucking 6 o'clock. There would have been a problem with the ring.
There would have been
Dr. Dan. There would have been no chairs on the stage. Dr. Dan works for his parents, yet he's the only guy that cannot get a day off of work on a show.
I have a real-life responsibility.
But if Mike Quackenbush has a seminar in fucking California, Dr. Dan is going to be there on a Wednesday.
I have never once taken off work for anything other than AIW.
Lies.
It's also a good time to inform you folks that our unofficial sponsor of the show, as it will be the next few coming weeks, White Claw Hard Seltzer. So
I've only taken off work for AIW.
When?
Oh, I know, Dan.
2 shows. Do you want me to give the literal specifics?
I'm waiting.
Let's hear them.
There was a Friday show in 2016.
A Friday show?
Wow.
They're all Friday shows for the most part, Dan.
Because it's hard when you have legitimate responsibilities.
Dan.
What month in 2016, Dan?
More White Claw?
I have more legitimate responsibilities than anybody at this table. I can go to a show and I can be there on time.
That's why I
What month in
purposely make all the
2016?
setups now Thursday nights so I can be there to make sure all the logistics happen because I'm the logistics guy at this point, and I'm okay with it because I thoroughly enjoy it.
But what happens if we can't get here on Thursday night?
Then I
show up at
literally
6.
stress for 24 hours.
Show up
I
at
come
6.
at 6 Friday and hope that it's done. Right? Is that your answer?
I take my lunch and I make sure that everything that I can possibly control happens.
Frankie Flanagan's up in charge.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, yeah, that happened
All right.
recently.
Remember those rails we always talk about? All those rails we talk about? We're off
Duke and
them
his
already.
rails.
Yeah,
We're off them already. We're already off the rails.
We're off the rails. No making out on the rails today.
You can see Duke on the rails at Nax.
But this
doing
is
ropes course today.
This is a brand new venue for us. John, speak a little bit to how this venue even came about. 'Cause some of these guys were involved in Peabody's, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the guy that runs it has been aware of AIW since it started.
And that's kind of he approached you, or when we were looking for venues, did you go to him?
We've been approached through various people from the Odeon since Absolution 10.
The guy that runs it or the guy that manages it?
Like, man,
Because don't they have the guy that owns it has
and
very
runs it.
different perspective. So yeah.
Yes.
All right. So it's the guy that runs it.
Yeah.
Day to day. All right.
Okay. So we end up here, and it's typically a concert venue, which gives us a cool, different vibe. There's a balcony that will ultimately come into play, and we have the stage set up. Like I said, we got to put seats on the stage, and this is one of the first times we get like all the different lighting. It just becomes like a whole production that we don't have to pay for, I guess.
In your era, I guess, like early AIW started with all that stuff. Wouldn't you say? Dude?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
yeah, but I mean,
Peabody's,
they actually like I don't remember. I don't know if it was this show or a show after that where there was like spotlights involved, and I don't know if anybody told the guys to do that, like that were running the lights or whatever.
It's your
But
dude right here.
oh, okay. Don't tear your shoulder, pat yourself on the back.
Thanks.
But so there's a little I mean they have the capabilities and they have the resources to do that kind of stuff. Whereas
Yeah, we're able to
Mount
give-
Carmel doesn't. Great building, but doesn't have that kind of
This
resources.
is nice. And listen, I'm just gonna say it to all the fans. Mount Carmel isn't coming back. They will not have us.
No.
This is the only venue in the whole fucking city that will take us right now.
And I will say this:
Except for the small ones that
we can't fit everybody,
right.
As much as people maybe are questioning things or wanting to complain, I went out there in the opening show, and the biggest line that I said was, "Welcome to AIW with alcohol," and everybody went crazy. So if you guys want alcohol at AIW,
Also,
this is where we are.
Also,
You're
the
not
only
gonna
way
make
to do
everybody
it.
happy. I
No,
mean,
you're
just
right.
not.
You're right. But to me, it's an awesome venue. It's just a great feel. And oh, by the way, they have air conditioning.
Air conditioning. Yeah, it was chilly in
We
there.
got any
Hours.
air?
For J-Lo,
Hot
it
out
was
here.
chilly.
They got
Need some
showers.
iron.
Yeah.
Showers for the
Showers, yeah. Maybe is it the best green room, locker room setups that you've had, Josh Bishop?
Got a washer and dryer in one of the other areas.
Did you utilize it through some
I did
laundry?
not. I
Not
did
yet.
Not, no.
Dr. Dan can wash his gear finally.
When has it ever been a concern? Ever? I'm always cleanly.
Well,
I can actually attest that in Midwest, your knee pads were smelling
One
hella gnarly.
fucking time, John Michael.
Hello, gnarly.
What does the word cleanly mean?
Like cleanliness. Sorry,
Okay, finish the word, dumbass.
my cleanliness has never been an issue in 3 years.
All right,
I wash
and
my
match
gear
one we go into
religiously.
is the Jollyville Fuckets versus
Guess
Euthanasia.
that's fake Ivy League versus
Dr. Dan has had too many white claws, as
Yep.
we could already tell.
His hairpiece
I'm
is
not
falling
spiking the
off.
levels yet. I do not have a hairpiece. You can stop pulling my hair.
Give it a solid
Give it a
earlier.
tug.
He was
Wow.
he was asking me
He's
about.
wearing those sunglasses to keep it down.
So let's
He was looking up Bosley treatment on his phone earlier. I saw him.
get into
Piss
this.
off, Josh.
Josh already said what the first match is, but here's the thing:
Absolute
it's the
banger.
Jollyville Fuckets, and they're actually supposed to take on Pentagon and Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean, that was already covered pretty much extensively at other podcasts throughout the day.
your podcast with Swoggle.
But yeah, Phoenix does not show up, so we have to call some audibles and make some things happen, and this is what we got.
Is this like your best case audible? You get
Absolutely.
euthanasia in there?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, that's
J Pro the
pulled
legend.
we pulled some good audibles in the day.
J Pro the
It's
legend.
true. Yeah, this is one of your favorite
Oh,
tag
yeah.
teams ever, right?
J Pro the legend's in there, baby.
Is this hard for you to like not go watch that? Did you watch it?
I watched the whole show. The show's sweet. And you can watch the show on smartmarkvideo.com.
Did you watch it live though? I mean,
No.
you didn't watch this match when it was happening?
No, I knew I was going to possibly die hours later.
All right, fair enough.
Spoiler.
Nick Gage was giving me a
Spoiler alert.
Sorry.
This pep talk from Nick Gage is always good. But we do get the Jollyville Fuckets versus Euthanasia, Matt Cross and Josh Prohibition, and boy, it starts things hot. There's no better way to describe it.
They get in and get out.
It's a quick one though.
Yeah.
It is a quick one, but it's
All
they get
killer,
you
no
bang for your
filler.
buck.
Hot six.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we go into Dom Guarini and Tim Donst.
Not in and out.
No, this one was
Not in and
not
out.
all filler, no killer. Is that how we should word this one?
No, this was a good. I'll tell you what.
Oh,
I'll tell you what. This was a good
just
match.
a
though.
satchel of Richards.
Making
he
up for
tells
the
me.
time that was left over in the previous match.
I did.
And the next one.
I did enjoy
And the one after that.
the Dom Guarini Tim Donst one-on-one first time ever match, and
It's good, but they just took a little too long to
They
get
really
to the good.
eased
they went a
into
little
it,
too long.
like an old man and get into a bath.
And they're working their way towards a
Lots of holds.
Duke's in a bad spot, man. His shoulder's going to get pulled out.
Old PC
I did
lover.
apologize to Thorne after. We did go about 6 minutes over, I would say, which, let's be real, that's probably one of the first times I've ever gone over in my
Here we go.
AIW
He's
career.
trying to see how he doesn't take responsibility. He just
No.
He just
no,
says,
hey,
"By the way, I've also done this."
no, hey. We went over, and we went over by a
But-
large margin.
But
now this
It
is
happens. I'm sorry.
you guys have built
My
yourselves.
apologies, John.
But you guys have built yourselves a quick little rivalry here, you and Tim Donst.
Yeah, we have Tim, hits me with a chair, puts me on cold, throws me in the sleeper, and says he tapped me out. Would be the first person I've done so in AIW.
You didn't really tap.
You didn't
though.
tap out
No.
to me though. You did quit though.
I did surrender.
You did
I did
surrender.
surrender. The threat of being lit on fire was real. But no, so
consequences.
that's kind of actually led into the idea behind Donst and I at Absolution and Submit or Surrender. Then the fact of he's going to actually have to make me say it this time, and I'm going to have to make him do it. So come Absolution, we'll see.
We're recording this before.
Will you be lighting him on fire?
I think a lot of the locker room would be excited if I did.
Well, you'd have to get new gear.
He got lit on fire once.
No more dog.
Tim Donst?
Yeah.
Not at AIW.
Hell on Earth.
Oh.
2015.
Yeah, that happened. Good call, Dr. Dan.
Dr. Dan, resident historian.
Right.
Wadsworth's not here. Someone's got to do it.
So then we roll into a four-way. Oh, by the way, I should mention the entire show, because it's, as we call our rap show, no rules. Or Compton
rules.
As I should,
No
yes,
rules.
as we
How it
say.
should be. No rules.
Compton rules. So then we go into a four-way. CPA returning once again, taking on Danhausen, KTB, and Lewis Linden. And
CPA just he's the big winner in the audibles and the moving different pieces around. He gets that spot.
whose spot was that supposed to
love
be? Was
CPA.
that
M-Dog.
That was M-Dog. Okay. So that's supposed to be Matt Cross, and then he moves into that tag match. Was Josh Prohibition supposed to be elsewhere?
He's supposed to wrestle MJF, who Pentagon wrestles.
Okay, there you go.
I love CPA. We were looking at apartments together.
You looked at apartments together?
Yeah, in Rybackville.
In out in Vegas?
Yeah,
Where's
Rybackville.
Rybackville?
It's east of Parts Unknown.
Is it by the woods?
No, it's
CPA,
north
not
of
KTB.
Jollyville.
South of Rip City.
Yeah, south of Rip City.
Dude, I gotta update my Google Maps. I don't know where any of these places
dude.
are.
Yeah, me and
Time to
CPA
go
were
back
looking
to
at places in Rybackville.
They took a geography class well after we did, so there's a lot of locations on that map that we didn't know about.
You know how when like locals have different names for places,
Yeah.
it's like that,
It's like that?
kinda,
Okay.
but not.
Yeah, thanks. Way to jump in.
Dynamite.
Fuck me.
Dynamite dropping, Monty.
Here we go. Come on.
It's not the best color man in baseball for nothing.
Let's get it going.
Hell on Earth. Joshua Bishop versus Ryback.
This guy planting seeds. All right.
We're talking about this show.
We're
I
talking
know,
about
I'm
this
just trying to
show.
throw it in there.
CPA,
Pressure
Danhausen,
Thorne into booking the
KTB,
big
Lewis
guy.
Linden. Another just great combination. Your quintessential,
Clash of Styles.
mash up here at AIW, and these guys, heck, do it all, and it's a fun one. So then we
It's
roll.
a fun one, as he says.
Yeah, boy, I don't know what
It's
else
a hard
to say
sell
about
from
it.
Steve Guy right there.
Wes Barkley with the hard sell.
Yeah, I know. Come on, Wes Barkley.
He's at a pool party in Vegas.
So then,
I believe that.
40 Acres coming out again, trying to lay out some.
These guys are making a
challenges.
habit out of this. Just coming out.
They really are. No match or anything scheduled. AJ Gray, PB Smooth, and Trey Lamar roll out, and Swaggle comes out to accept the challenge. You would think at first all by himself, and then out come the Young Studs to join him. And then if that wasn't enough,
Oh, it is. It's enough.
oh, but is it?
I don't know.
Because then there's one more teammate on that
There's
squad.
a whole other team that comes out.
That's true too. I forget about that. The Weird World then makes their way out.
You're kidding.
The Weird World coming out again
With Kaplan.
with Kaplan.
Natural
Cap Daddy.
to Natural Born Killers. But even still, if that wasn't enough,
I'm done. That's enough for me. I don't know.
well, guess what? There's more.
Carpet strips.
Then
There's that.
They're definitely carpet strips. Then Swoggle holds down Trey Lamar and says, "Mr. Miz, come here."
No, he says George.
I thought he says Mr. Miz.
He says George. They're
At
on
some point,
first
he
name
says
basis.
Mr. Miz.
Mr.
too.
Mitzplitzik?
But the Miz's dad rolls out, chopping Trey Lamar.
He made it out from his private VIP section
Private
in the back of the
VIP
stage.
section?
Yeah.
He was in the razor.
How-
He was in the razors area.
Yeah.
Look, that's what AIW is. You never know who's going to show up. On this night, it was the Miz's dad just strolling in casually. Next thing you know, he's chopping Trey Lamar.
We'd even let Jerry O'Connell in for free.
You like?
Miz actually,
Big fan of-
George bought a ticket though.
Yeah, you don't like Jerry O'Connell?
No,
How
I
do you
do.
go from
That's
the
okay.
Mrs. Dad to Jerry O'Connell?
Well, that's a famous like PWG story. They turned him away.
Oh,
They turned him away?
Yeah, they said, "Nah, we're sold out, bro."
Oh yeah, they were sold out. Yeah, that's
Wow. Did he offer to pay, or was you want?
yeah, they were sold out though.
true. He was like, "Do you ever see?"
They
Stand
charge
By
every
Me?"
celebrity.
Puts fucking Sophia Vergara in the front row, but they can't put Jerry.
They charge her.
Yeah, but that's fine. But they can't put Jerry O'Connell in. They can't
She-
find.
she was there
spot-
early.
Can't find space for Jerry O'Connell.
She was there early.
My.
Guy was in Stand By Me. Sorry, bro. Jerry O'Connell.
Tomcats, brother.
Can't
rules.
hardly wait, brother.
Trip McNeely.
McNeely. So this is, everything you want. A little bit of a callback to the year before. Is this going to be a habit? Is the
Who
Weird
knows?
World not booked? Just keep coming out to Natural Born Killers, interrupted matches?
Who knows?
Who knows? Then we roll into the AIW Tag Team Championship. This is, to me, one of the matches of the night. PME to Infinity and Beyond.
PME.
One of the best tag matches in AIW history. I'm just gonna say it.
That's high praise coming from you. You're a guy that's hard to impress.
Former tag team champion too over there, and he's saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why he said one
With
of.
Matthew Justice
He said one of
Yeah.
the best
One
tag
ring.
team matches ever.
and with another guy.
What made this one so special, do you think?
I don't know. I mean, it was just good. That's what made it special. It was
PME
good.
magic, baby.
Pro wrestling magic.
The crowd was hanging on by a thread the entire time.
Duke,
Every single
tell them
move.
about pro wrestling magic.
Yeah, it's just when you get two or four guys in there that can tell a story, they can make it work. Those people are sitting right here in the palm of your hand. And
They were.
They want to be entertained.
the people-
They want to get taken for a ride, and
The
those
people
four
were
guys took them for a ride.
easily in the palms of their hands.
Yeah.
That crowd going for the up and down ride the entire time, and yeah,
They were just biting on everything.
absolutely.
And then
100%.
shenanigans right at the end, right?
It's a crowd that doesn't.
Potato. Oh,
They don't. They
potato.
desperately don't want.
Potato gets me real mad on this show.
They don't want to Infinity and Beyond to keep the titles. They love.
not that they
PME.
don't want that. I think they want PME to have the titles more than
Colin
they don't
and Cheech are some of the best heels that we have
They're motherfuckers.
in AIW.
Two
people,
super nice guys to me. I don't know
people
what you
love
guys are
to
talking
hate
about.
them. People love to
I
hate
love
them,
them.
and they love to love PME. So you put those two emotions together, and that's what we had here. I mean, every single
Emotions.
time, emotions. That's what
That's
that's
what
what telling the
wrestling's all
stories
about.
about. That's right there, brother.
Magic.
It's just go out of your way to watch this. I mean, the whole show, obviously, top to bottom,
Tell them about the magic you can do.
is great. Tell me about the magic.
He'll learn. He'll learn.
You think AIW is Disney with how much magic there is?
Wow.
What is that ride? The Small World?
There's a small world after all. Yeah,
It's a whole new world.
it's a whole new world.
After all.
Pipe down, Aladdin.
Yeah. All right.
One of the younger rides, longer line.
Yeah.
What did he say?
I don't even know. He's doing the Ric Flair quote,
Yeah.
but backwards.
All right. So
Younger ride, longer line. That's what he said.
Yeah.
So from this, the crowd 100%, if they weren't already, they are now 100 to 120% invested in this entire show. Thanks to the-
120%.
I'm throwing it out there.
Wow.
Duke, that high. So you
match is
have
next.
the ride that they just went for with PME to
I
Infinity
wish I
and
get
Beyond.
120% of my investments.
And now our very next match, as he sits here to my right, it's somewhat healthy today. Joshua Bishop defending the Intense title against Matthew
He's had a case
Justice.
of claws. That's why he's healthy.
You and Matthew Justice, you guys had your match at Gauntlet for the Gold.
Yeah, and it fucking sucked.
You weren't happy.
No, I was.
You won. Why wouldn't you be
But
happy?
you won.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I won.
You could have done better, huh?
Yeah. It could have been better.
You felt like you left something out there?
Yeah, I feel like it fucking sucked, and that's why I wanted to fucking fall off the balcony at this show.
Oh my god.
In all honesty, I know we don't like to peel back the curtain on this show, but I just will right here. It fucking sucked. My match had gone for the gold. It fucking sucked.
A lot of people
that's
liked
why
it.
I don't give a fuck.
But
It
in your
sucked.
opinion, did it suck?
Yeah, it fucking
Okay.
sucked.
All right.
And so Justice and I, when he told me there was a balcony, I said, we're going off of it. I said, I don't know how high it is. I don't give a shit.
And
We'll
I
go
told
off of
you
it.
100 times, no, you're not.
Yeah, and I told you 100 times.
You
Yeah,
hear
I
that,
am.
Josh's mom? I told him not to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, Mom, Thorne told me not to, so don't go to his work and tell him why the fuck
She
did you
did
let
come to my work, actually.
Yeah, and say,
Yikes.
and say, why the fuck did you let my baby do that? Because guess what, Mom? I wanted to do it. Because my match fucking sucked at Gone for the Gold.
His dad later confronts me at jail it.
Oh, my dad gets hammered and confronts Thorne and Jayla. Yeah, we'll get into that in a later
Tries to throw
episode.
me off the balcony.
Yeah, he does. He said, you see how high this is? You see how fucking high this is, John?
Thought the Ghost of Jayla Pass were coming back.
that goes to jail it pass was around all weekend. I thought that was it for me.
So 4 tables set up. You managed to go through 3 of them.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind when you're on Matt Justice's shoulders?
I don't know. I closed my eyes.
What do you
As soon
think
as we
though
get
when
up
it's
there-
to go time? Like, and you're working your way up there. Are you getting
Yeah.
scared?
No, not really. I mean, yes and no. Like, I'm kind of just like, I mean, fuck it. If I die, I die, really.
Yep, you it's literally like, well, life is pain.
Yeah.
Fucking time to die, baby.
I've been in
it.
those situations
I'm ready to
before
go.
where like you know there's some shit coming
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah.
all right, this is happening in like 3 more minutes.
Yep.
3 more minutes to survive.
Yeah.
If you make it to 4, it's all good.
Yeah. So,
But, like,
I look.
You
at it as-
definitely like you're definitely in the zone, but you're definitely like
oh, I was in the zone, I'd say, this
Oh.
whole match.
it's
Gosh.
like there's a sense of danger coming.
It's like the only thing that I could compare, and it's on a smaller scale, is when I watch you get that half of a door out WrestleMania weekend as we're working our way up to the stage and you're getting ready to powerbomb me off it, and I literally just took a moment and thought, if I die here, I die, and I trust Josh with my life.
Yeah, I mean, the DVD wasn't our first idea, but I think, in all honesty, it was the safest idea we had because we had some other ideas, but some of them we thought kind of could look like shit, or we could over-rotate and die.
So when when he actually picks you up
My eyes were closed.
and you're on his shoulders,
So what happens is, for everyone that hasn't seen it, we set up these tables. We are going head-to-head in this match, and then so I take him up to the balcony. I go to give him a power bomb off. He reverses it, hits R2.
did you taunt right then? Is that why you
I
reversed
gave him a
it?
taunt. He reverses my power bomb pickup, gives me a big old chop. And when he gives me this chop, I just close my eyes.
So he picks you up. You're on his shoulders, and you know you're going.
Oh, I know.
Do you feel him?
No.
Do
he
you
picked
feel
me
him
up.
jump? Because he didn't
Yes.
just step off the
Yeah.
balcony. He jumped to get an extra
Yes.
few inches on the spot.
So as soon as he picks me up, I close my eyes, and in my head, I'm thinking, man, I could probably fucking die right here, and that's probably gonna fucking suck. But fuck it.
See, I would have been thinking like death is bad, right? But like
Yeah.
that's
sweet.
it.
Yeah, because then
That's
you're
it.
gone.
But like I would have been thinking like, man, I'm never gonna walk again probably.
Yeah, my biggest fear was honestly becoming like paralyzed or like something happened. Like I would have preferred to die as opposed to like become paralyzed.
I agree
Or, like, be
because
on
then you
life
got to
support.
live with your dumbass
Yeah,
decision for the
I
rest of
know.
your life.
So
Yeah,
these
exactly.
are the thoughts going through your mind.
Yeah. Well, no.
Why
it's-
do it? That's the big question.
Why do it?
Yep.
For the fucking brand, bro. Why not, dude? Fucking love AIW. Of course I'm about to fucking give a sweet moment for all the fans that are there. I'm not gonna let some other fucks get the glory of using the balcony in their match.
Thorne,
It's my
tell him
idea.
about the magic.
It's
pro
the
wrestling magic,
bro.
brother.
It's motherfucking magic, Steve. Of course I'm doing
I
it.
just wanted to, just pull that quote out.
Sometimes you just get two people
Yeah.
Hey, that's
Two psychopaths.
and they
dude.
tell a story.
podcast
So
hosting
magical.
magic. You
Yeah.
got to pull the quotes sometimes.
Yeah.
So, now after this match, you
No,
guys.
hold on. What? So your eyes are closed.
Yeah, my eyes are closed. I
So
just
when
go,
do your eyes open?
as I'm grabbing Nestor's hand and going, my torso's on fire. I go, Russ, my torso's on fire. My torso's on fire, as he told me. I don't remember any of that, but he told me you kept telling me my torso's on fire. I felt like my body was on fire from the inside out.
From the impact.
Yeah. Because when he jumps, I feel like we're in the air for probably like an hour. In my head, I'm like thinking like, man, are we going to fall down? Like, holy shit, we're probably pretty fucking
Like time
high.
stopped.
Yeah, like time stopped basically. And I have all these thoughts in my head. I'm like,
Which is crazy because you guys are down in a split second.
Oh, we plummeted.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, man, I feel bad because like my girlfriend knows nothing about wrestling, bro. She comes to the show, like trying to be like, oh, I'll come
and
to
then
your wrestling
she
show.
could have came and saw you
Oh,
die.
yeah, she comes and sees me die. I'm like, fuck, dude. I hope she pulls the cord on me if I'm on life support tonight.
How far back can we pull this? Can I discuss the conversation with Pedro after the fact? And
Sure.
so
curtain's
I'm
pulled
talking
back
to
at this point.
Pedro and I are talking like the next day about this whole thing.
Yeah.
And one of the things I say is, like you guys come down and I'm checking on Matt and I'm like, you okay? And he's like, did it look all right? I'm like, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I honestly
And,
would
like,
have been pissed if it looked like shit and I died. I would have been so bad.
It's like you see Matt land, and if you look close enough, there's this brief, like, sigh of relief that comes across his face, like, yeah, we lived. And then all of a sudden he's like, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
But then we're talking to Pedro, and he's like, I was so fucking pissed at them because I'm thinking that they're dead, and here's this huge moment, and obviously they're hurting, but they're both just sitting there laughing like assholes because they actually pulled it off and are still living. And I'm like, fucking stop laughing.
Yeah. I mean, I pretty much accept death.
Your boy Wes
For every
Barkley.
IW booking, and so like this one especially, I was like, I mean, fuck it, dude. If I die in AIW ring, that'd be sweet.
Wes Barkley deathly afraid of Pedro.
Oh yeah,
Because he goes to grab
It wouldn't
you.
have been in the ring though. It would have been on the Odeon
I
34.
mean,
Yeah.
fuck it, dude. That'd been a sweet, moment for all the
Pedro-
fans, dude. The time
Pedro
Josh Bishop
grabs-
died for you guys.
Pedro grabs, or Wes Barkley grabs your arm, and Pedro says, "Don't you fucking touch him!
Yeah.
Get your fucking hands off him!" And Wes Barkley's like, "I don't know at this point." He's like, "I know that what I'm supposed to do, but I don't know if I should do it." And how serious Pedro is.
I can tell you where I was at when this happened. I was in the like backstage
That-
DJ booth thing where Tom
Crow's
Lawler
Nest
danced.
thing?
Oh God, you just saw the drop.
No, like not that balcony. I was across like where Tom Lawler danced
Okay.
by like the stage, but like that like upper like
Yeah.
level area. And Nick Sanka's girlfriend is there, and Nick Sanka's there, and it happens, and Nick Sanka's girlfriend starts physically attacking me and hitting me and saying, "Why did you let them do that?" And I said, "I told them not to." And she was literally punching me until I had to walk away.
Yeah.
I say every student, like at intermission, I grabbed them all and explained to them what was, supposedly was going to happen, and they all look at me like they thought I was joking. I'm like, no, like this is 100% legit. Get everyone the fuck out of the way and make sure no fan gets in
Yeah,
the fucking
back
way
people
of
up.
people dying.
At some point during the week, I texted Dr. Day and I said, I need to get me some tables because I'm probably gonna fall off the balcony.
So, after, and I don't mean this night after this match, I mean the next day or later on the night.
I didn't
because-
move the next day till like 6 in the afternoon.
Well, but this
And he had to
video,
wrestle.
I know. I wrestled.
No,
the
dude,
next day.
here, I was actually right at the commentary table when they went over.
Yeah.
I was right there watching it, and I didn't see them hit, but I saw them go, and I was just like, holy shit. And I went back, because we had stuff to do later on, so I went back into the locker room area, and right by the door where you come back in the locker room, there's a staircase. And Josh comes in with Wes, and he gets helped through the door, and he comes up the door, and he's laboring up the staircase. I mean, he's just like, it's hard for him to get up the stairs. He gets up to the top of the stairs, and he turns, and he goes all the way down the hallway to where the washer and dryer is. And as soon as he leaves my eyesight, I turn my head, and here comes Justice. They help him through the door, and as soon as they close the door, Justice pushes the dudes away, sprints up the stairs, and goes, "Where's Josh?" And I go, "He went that way." He runs that like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like Josh is literally, his body is a wreck, and he's like, walking. Justice doesn't even. It was like he just fell off his bike.
Yeah.
And he
guy's
run up
a
the stairs.
maniac.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think everyone went to bed that night. I don't think.
No, he didn't. He
Yeah.
texted me at like 3 in the morning. I mean, I know where like
Yeah, he sent me like a very emotional text in the middle. Like it had to have been 4 or 5
Yeah.
a.m.
like so I know we're in like this rivalry or whatever.
Yeah.
And, like so I can't let people like the curtain.
but there's a
I don't
respect
know.
there.
Yeah, so it was kind of weird because we do have like an actual rivalry like in real life too between each other. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're just like
This guy tried to light your feet on fire one time at an after
I know
party.
because we both just want to be the best wrestler in AIW.
That's not magic, Steve.
And
Yeah,
no.
that's
could be.
This is Sean and Brett stuff
Yeah.
here now.
Who's having sunny days?
Yes and no, because like we hate each other, but also it's just we don't hate each other though. Like we have like a love-hate relationship. I feel like.
Yeah.
If you listen to that podcast that came out, like the Matt Justice Chronicles, they released like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah,
We
I don't know
recorded
when
from the
it
after
was.
parties when we were hammered at Ray Rose
Yeah.
last show.
Yeah,
Like you can hear Justin and I just fucking bickering at each other the whole time.
yeah. You
There
guys
was a
bicker
part-
all the time.
Yeah, we always bicker, but it's like kind of like a weird like big brother to little brother thing we have,
Uh-huh.
where it's like we bickered all the time, but like if someone bickers at us, it's like who the fuck are you? Don't bicker at him or don't bicker at him.
Yeah.
And so I remember like before when PME's match was ending, he was like we just had this big talk of like, well, fuck it, bro. If we die, we die, bro. I love you. I know we hate each other, but also we love each other at the same time. So let's just go out there and hopefully fucking leave a moment for the AIW fans.
It's funny to me because you do this stuff and your thought is like, yeah, I might die, but whatever. And to me, Matt does this stuff all the time to the point where like he almost thinks he can't die.
Yeah, like the feeling of
Nah, he
invincibility
has
is
like
there.
a death wish thing going. He's like
Similar to an Eric Ryan.
No, he's kind of like I'm trying to think of like how to put it. Like all he ever wanted to do was make his way back to the WWE. He made it back to a tryout, and they passed on him.
Yeah.
And I think now it made him somewhat crazy. Like I don't think he enjoys doing this. I think he just does it. So
Okay.
like it's like almost like a masochist sort of
When
thing.
you set the bar for yourself up there, though, you always have to, until something bad happens, you have to do it all the time. You have to.
I feel like also that him and I always try to top each other in a way of like, we'll be talking about the show and we'll be like, what are you thinking about doing? And I'll be like, okay, you think about doing that? Well, I'm going to think about doing this because it's going to be crazier than what you're going to do. And then he'll think, all right, we're going to want to try and do that. Well, I'll try to think of something even crazier to do than top you. And so I think him and I are always trying to top each other. And I think that even though we're in this like rivalry with the intense title, it's also a way of like, it's not I don't know, like we're in the story, but it's also just like, yeah, okay, well, you think you're better than me in a way. If you can come up with more crazy shit, well, I think I can come up with crazier shit than you. So we just keep trying to out crazy each other.
And I remember you guys said this to me, and I said absolutely not. Weeks, maybe months ahead of time. Then you got to the building, and you guys eyed it up, and you're like, probably not. And then Phoenix no-showed, and Matt Justice is like, fuck it, bro.
Yeah,
Phoenix isn't here.
We got to do it.
People are
for the
pissed.
brand.
Got to do it. And I was like, no, you guys don't got to do that. You guys shouldn't do it. And even when you guys went out for the match, I thought that it was going to be called off, and it had been called off until
Absolutely
you guys
not,
were
dude.
up there.
No, absolutely not, dude. Because people paid a lot of money. Because there's a lot of fans that wanted to come and see Phoenix and fucking Pentagon in this tag match. But in our heads also, we wanted to leave them a moment they wouldn't forget to make up for Phoenix not being there. Because they wanted something special that night, so we wanted to give them like something crazy.
I was with you hoping that he was going to get called off, but
I swear that I thought that it was called off because at one point when they eyed it up and they're like, nah, it's too big.
no, I got the heads up right before the match from them on all sorts of different stuff that's going to happen between Matt talking to me and Wes, and I think even Josh, and then
But I think that Matt purposely kept me in the dark, just like his fucking fire thing.
yeah,
Because I would have said, no, do not do that.
Yeah.
it was when you find out that it's going to happen, I was like, fuck. I hope honestly you guys land as perfectly as two people can doing such a maniacal spot.
Well, you can't stop him.
No.
When Matt Justice is like, hey, we're going off the balcony.
Yeah.
There's no amount
You're not
of
gonna argue that guy.
discussion or rationality that's going to make Matt Justice
Was
go,
that-
yeah, you know what, you're right. We probably shouldn't do that.
See, I look at it differently, though, because, like, I look at it from a liability standpoint. I look at it
For sure.
as Josh isn't like a 30-year-old guy that is just a man existing in the world. His parents have been coming to shows for years.
Yeah.
I have to see his family. You know what I mean? And like, that's what I'm looking at it as. Like, man, this is bad situation. This could end like This could end very badly.
Oh, 100%. We're running this brand new venue. We could suddenly
Well, that's
be
another
out
thing.
of venues.
Yeah, venue that could have pissed the venue off. There's a lot of things that could have went bad.
Two things I want to ask you real quick. Was that drop a lot faster than you thought it was going to be?
When I watched it back, yeah. But in my head, we were up there for hours.
Yeah, that drop. Watching it was just like boom, split second.
Yep.
Here they are, gone. And I'm like, oh shit, that happened. Even everybody else that's like standing around the table was like, they came down so fast. I'm like, yeah, that's gravity, I guess, for you. But the big question is, after this match, online, Twitter, and everything else,
Worth it.
This video is everywhere. But what's running through your mind when people are sitting there and be like, oh, they do this for hot dogs? You know what I mean? Those are the things that are being said. So now you got people who loved it, and you got people who are bashing it really hardcore.
I really didn't think it mattered. Those people are like, oh, you did it for a hot dog, or you did it for $20 or whatever, or you did it for like $5. I really didn't give a fuck about that because it was all about just like leaving like a moment for like the AIW fans. So really, that's all in our head. We both like we're like, all right, we're gonna leave us awesome fucking AIW moment, and who gives a fuck what everyone says?
In your mind, you're like, whatever. If it goes online, great, people see it.
Yeah.
But this is for the people right here, right now.
Yeah, because it's for AIW, not for all these fucking jamokes that are, oh, you only did it for 5 minutes, or oh, you fucking should not wrestle every match like it's the main event, or like all this bullshit fucking people that everyone on Twitter wants to talk about like they fucking know everything about wrestling.
For you, AIW is the main event.
Yeah, every match I wrestle, I treat it like it's a main event match because I want to go as hard as fuck every match. I don't want to try and phone it in for some fucking match no matter where it is.
And this goes back to the competitive nature that you had already mentioned it once.
Yeah.
You're like, somebody's going to go off this balcony.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking, it's going to be us.
Exactly, because at one point he said, well, what if I just dive off you? And I said, if you think you're the only person getting the fucking glory of going off the balcony, you're fucking crazy. I said, because your ass is throwing me off that balcony.
And like going to like what Josh said about the Twitter thing, it was like everyone online was like bashing it for like, oh well, I bet they no sold it and went 20 more minutes. Like no, it was exactly what it needed to be. Like the psychology, everything of the spot exactly made sense, exactly to what it needed to be. Like go buy the DVD, find out exactly.
Because
like,
that's unfortunately a thing in pro wrestling these days. You see something like that and it's a 2 count, guy kicks out.
And it was literally everything that everyone was shitting on online about it was the absolute opposite. It was exactly how it needed to be. The story made sense. Like everyone can go fuck off. Like,
is there a sense in pride of that? Because you love some of this old school wrestling and things like that. You know, you're like, yeah, this is realistic. We just dropped from this 30-foot balcony.
Yeah,
it should be done.
Yes and no, but I also feel like a lot of people that would shit on it won't even watch the whole match, so they won't even understand like why the fuck we did that.
Well, yeah, that's the thing too. Is like people just comment on
what they see. Like,
they don't know the context of what they're commenting on.
No, and they don't understand what goes into it. They don't understand the context of it. They don't understand anything. They just want to bitch about something.
Yeah.
And so they want to go, wow, that's weird. I hate it. For no other reason. People have literally no reason to hate it because it's not them.
Yeah.
If 2 people decide to do something as weird or as dangerous or whatever,
grown men shit.
yeah, they've decided to do it. Hope it goes well, you know. And in this case, it went fine. But all these people shitting on it have never and would never take any kind of challenge in their life for anything. Not talking about falling off a balcony, but I'm talking about it in everyday life or anything else.
Yeah.
They just wouldn't do it, and they don't understand why they don't understand why somebody else would do it, so they must be dumb for doing it because I would never do that. Well, nobody's fucking asking you to do it.
Yeah.
So just shut the fuck up.
And nobody asked these guys to do it either.
Yeah.
You know, it's
In
like
fact, somebody asked them not to.
they did it.
Yeah. You know, the only people that even matter in that discussion, and that's up to Josh and Matt, is actual workers, people that maybe they respect or whatever else.
Sure.
But fucking, 69 clown shoes at Twitter or whatever, dropping some fucking opinion about something nobody fucking asked them
Dude,
about.
don't go in my burner account.
Sorry. Who gives a shit? So then don't watch it. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
and sometimes I feel like that workers get lost in that too. Like they want to
some of
comment
them
on
do,
certain things.
But again, it's
like a thing that honestly pissed me off was when a guy like Josh Barnett, who wants to be like this wrestling aficionado, commented on me and Dom when he commented on the gif of me throwing him off of the fucking stage. Like, don't comment on something like one spot. Like, people want to talk about spots, people want to talk about the story or the match. Like, pay attention to the story being told in the match, and you'll understand why I threw him off and like why I was pulling
and
out all the fucking
I think that
stakes.
is the problem with GIF culture now in wrestling, is like people see 5 seconds and they, it's fucking, that's it. Judge, jury,
they know.
execution.
Yeah, they already know automatically.
Like,
they know
that's your
everything
life
about
sentence is whatever that GIF is.
No.
Like everyone wants to like do it for the GIF. Like that's like a weird thing, like indie.
But you
like, locker rooms.
You live and die by the GIF, though.
Yeah.
Because like you do something like that, and it's awesome. But if some person doesn't understand the context, like I'll say that, like Jim Cornette, very outspoken. If he saw any of those GIFs, he would lose his fucking mind. But if he watched the entire story from start to finish,
Then he would
he'd probably
understand.
say it made sense.
Yeah.
But like nobody is gonna want, because that's just how the world works. It's like everything moves so fast. Nobody wants to sit and
But
watch
at the end
it.
of the day, you're gonna internalize the opinions of people that matter to you,
Exactly.
and you're not gonna give a shit about what anybody else says. And so all these people they're free to talk about it, and they're free to comment on it, and please retweet it and send it out and let everybody fucking see it.
Yeah.
And get us all the attention we can use.
Which I do want to touch on that in just a second, but because there's so many of us sitting here, and I know a lot of us, we're looking at Twitter and we're looking at these things and we're watching all the replies and we're seeing what people are saying. For the rest of us that were not obviously involved in the match, I know for me, but for you guys, was there a sense of, one of these rare times where I want to come to the defense for these guys so hard because you're seeing so many people not get it and ask so many questions? You know what I mean? Very rarely do I comment on dumb stuff.
I
on Twitter
said
that people are
something. I don't
saying.
remember what it was, but I know I said I quote tweeted something and said something to the effect that it's really doesn't. It's none of your business, or it doesn't matter.
We know these guys.
I don't remember what it was, but yeah,
it's like seeing people shit on your family. It's like you don't know. What the
It's
fuck
like
they're
it's not
talking
like
about.
you're gonna go to a dude like Shivani who I was like
that's who it was. It was Shivani.
That's
and
right.
It was Shivani.
He goes on and says blah blah blah. It's but at the same time, the spot was the spot. Like what we said, the context of the spot and everything was going on was for a reason. So it's not like you don't piss in the wind for no reason. It's like if you're gonna go and get 10 likes for a situation of you're gonna go defend your friend. It's it's better off just not saying anything and let the guy try to get on his high horse.
We're arguing about the entire reason social media exists.
Yeah.
Is for people to express their own opinion and be negative and shit on things that they would never do or don't like. So it's pointless.
Let me ask you this though, because Duke was talking about you do it and the only people's opinions you respect are your peers and everything else. I know for a fact that multiple people whose opinions you respect reached out to you, and you kind of had a mixed bag of things there. Share what some of those things were.
Do you want me to go name by name of people that I really respect that gave me their opinion?
You can. You don't necessarily have to, but yeah, you can.
Probably two of the bigger ones, I would say, of people whose opinions I really respect were guys like J-Pro, who really told me, he was like, I want you to have a 20-year main event WrestleMania career, not this 2-year dumb bum career.
Yeah.
And I kind of I don't know, kind of made me damn, maybe I should stop doing this crazy shit. Because maybe my body won't hold on.
Right.
And J-Pro's a guy that I go to for about everything or whatever.
You just watch him have a 20-year anniversary match.
Exactly, yeah. So that kind of sucked and everything. And then a guy whose opinion I also I really respect is Hot Sauce Tracy Williams.
Yeah.
And so he sent me some big ass long I'm not I'm disappointing you, but why the fuck would you think you had to do that for yourself? And he broke down all the reasons of why he thinks I can be a successful wrestler and why I didn't need to do that to me in this 3-paragraph text message. I just kind of felt fuck, maybe you're right, but who knows? In all honesty,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Was there anyone who reached out that was kind of behind it and yeah, okay, I get it. I saw the whole thing.
Oh yeah, Gringo Loco sent me a message. It was hilarious, and he went, "Yo, that shit was fucking crazy, bro." And he went, "I love you." And then his follow up message, I hadn't responded to him for hours because I was asleep. Was, "Oh, by the way, you okay, bro?"
Didn't Janela reach out to you too?
Yeah, he said you're a fucking crazy you're a crazy psycho little fuck. But that was cool and shit. But it was cool that when I woke up the next day, because I was all fucked up the next day.
You had a match. You had a match
put
the
a
next
show
day?
on though because you're a fucking performer.
Hey, you're goddamn
you're
right.
a fucking worker. Yeah.
Yeah.
UXWA tag team titles.
You're
It's
goddamn
my
right.
man, Maserati West Barkley, who the whole time was going, "You can just call it off, man. You can just call it off." And I went, "Nah, fuck it, bro."
Yeah, you're the manager too. Don't forget your manager.
West Bar. Oh, Razor Sharp.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Razor was out there in the fucking Razor position. I hit him with that Sid fist bump. Boom.
Razor Sharp
Yeah.
was blocking off the crowd.
I know. PSA to all
From
the
that
AW fans,
balcony
dude.
action.
If you guys want to keep calling me Little Sid, put your fucking fists up when I come out, and I'll fist bump the fuck out of you.
There you go.
I'll fist bump you like a motherfucker.
You need
dude.
a body glove elbow.
That is-
fucking
I'm ready,
pad.
dude.
That's the perfect,
I'm ready, dude. Put those fucking fists up, dude. We'll fist pump like motherfuckers.
perfect end of that conversation.
Sid
and
never
segue into the rest.
Sid never showed up to AIW. I just made my own.
Fuck Sid, dude.
Yeah,
Sid ain't gonna fall off that balcony.
I might break
Couldn't
his
even
leg.
fall off the second rope, brother.
Yeah,
Couldn't motherfucker. Sid couldn't even fucking get on his goddamn plane, dude. Trump was out there stopping him on the front lines.
So then from there we go Eddie Kingston, Nick Gage, and this is everything you thought it would be. Two guys that want to hit people hard, and they get thrown in the ring together, and they hit each other hard.
I mean, props to those guys for following that.
Yeah, they had to. I mean,
Are there two better guys like on your roster to put together to follow that?
Well, to be honest, when the show's formatted, I don't think that this balcony thing is happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're like, yeah, this is going to be Josh and Matt are going to probably have some sort of banger. It's going to be great. And then, great, let's throw Eddie and Nick Gage out there, and we'll just keep this violence going, essentially. Which they did, just no balcony.
And then the big violence is in the main event.
Well, but no, then we go MJF and Pentagon.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, old Pentel's.
I felt that this was, this is actually where I get mad at the potato.
Yep.
But
this go from the highs.
I thought that this would be at least a safe bet with the AEW politics and, like
out.
Maybe one can't lose or can lose, but if they're both wrestling each other, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Somebody's got to, yeah.
But this match is fine. But the thing that's, Twan is working with Pentagon Jr. in here, which is great. Because you never think you see something like that.
Oh, yeah. That's a great moment.
But then Twan shoves the potato, and the potato fires up on him. And it's like...
Fires up hard.
Oh, I've never been madder at a show than that. I've had very few freakouts in the locker room. Oh, man. Potato got screamed at so bad. I was fucking so pissed. I went off on him. I said, this is why nobody wants you to be fucking on these shows.
That dog is pissed at Potato as well.
And Twan was just standing there like, I'm sorry, Mr. Thorne, I didn't know what to do. I was like, Twan, you didn't do anything wrong, man. It wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
You should know better.
Twan lays into Potato. Potato can basically sells it.
It's a quote-unquote former AIW main eventer. He should know better.
Well, Twan's trying to big-time
That's what
Twan.
Potato does, though. Potato does that when anytime, if he doesn't know it, because I'm sure it probably wasn't discussed, he does not know how to roll with things.
Nope.
And
I was furious.
so you just gotta make sure you explain it to him and sit him down, and because I'm sure something happened out there probably where Twan was cheating or whatever, and it just kind of
it just happens.
went off the rails a little bit, and Twan doesn't know. He hasn't been around enough to know what to do in that situation, and Potato cannot think on his feet.
So he doesn't know about the magic. Is that what you're saying?
You don't know about the magic. Twan's learning about the magic.
No, Potato.
Oh, Potato, no.
Potato, I will say, after that hollering, he had himself a rebound jail-it weekend. He did a very good job. I mean, as much as you can as a referee, but he did a very good job there.
There's no Xavier.
There's no Xavier. So
Xavier, you're drinking lime Bud Lights, and everybody else is drinking White Claws. So you're out of this. Go sit over in the corner and sit down.
Don't disrespect my man Xavier like that.
He's not drinking White Claws, Josh.
He's got a BLL on his hand.
Yeah, dude, B-double-L-ski.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to the big LG.
Well, Duke, it's a good thing you're here because from there we roll into the absolute championship match.
Dookie! Taking that chair like a champion.
Mance Warner, Tom Lawler, and as Joshua Bishop
Duke's
just said.
Fucking
Dookie's got all that
Cody and fucking the 10 guy, they get all the publicity. Duke's been taking unprotected chair shots for fucking 6 months in a row.
Dookie!
Is this the worst of the unprotected chair shots?
No, this was the best.
Big man shit though, right, Duke? It's your choice to take that head trauma.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Dookie.
1,000%. Now,
brand, dude.
Somebody's numbers might be a little fucked up on Monday. But
Now,
that's all right.
here's two things about that. Number one, I would probably not have put my hand up anyway, and I probably would have just taken it.
Don't put your hands up.
But number two, I did not expect my second arm to be duct taped to the guardrail.
Yeah. They were time behind you.
Yeah,
Well, duct tape behind you.
I was only expecting one, not two. So,
Man.
and once the second one was up there, pretty much the decision had been made at that point.
You knew this chair shot's coming.
Yeah. So I couldn't really do much about it. But no, that one was fine. I mean, I barely felt that one.
What I feel like as a fan of wrestling and watching this stuff, you probably enjoy being ringside to a Mance Warner, Tom Lawler match and even being involved.
Well, as this is Compton rules, I felt the need to, insert myself where I could. I didn't want to do too much because I didn't want to take away from the spectacle of everything, but I wanted to do enough so it made sense,
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I was shooting for.
And those were the spotlights that you were talking about because Mance Warner gets the big entrance here, championship style.
What's that? What? Oh, yeah. All right.
Patting yourself on the back.
Yeah.
It says Dom Greeny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't go 10 minutes longer than I was supposed to. I will say that much.
PC loving.
But do you get to when you just shut my mic off? When you're out there, do you get to enjoy the moment a little bit, or is this one you got to watch back?
No, I mean I'm working when I'm out there, so you
Yeah.
know, I might be standing there, but I'm trying to do everything I'm doing out there. I'm doing for a reason. You know,
Right.
I try not to get caught up in. Now, if it's something like if I was Wes Barkley and I was out when they went off the balcony, yeah, it's kind of hard not to get caught up in something like that. But I don't really try to get lost in the moment, so to speak.
Sorry,
So-
my mic had shut off, and I flipped the switch by accident. Josh Bishop,
You can flip your switch back on.
was it still record? Okay.
I'm pretty sure
Oh, all
it still
right.
records okay.
Pop it on, Steve.
We get things mess up sometimes. I was nervous. I was like, let me just be safe.
Come on, Steve. What are you
damn.
doing?
All right.
How long have you been a moderator of the show?
God damn.
Shit.
God
Fine,
damn.
Dr. Daniel
Dr. Daniel C. Goofball Ham.
DC goofball.
So, dude, you get
Cut Dr. Dan off.
Dr. Dan's cut off.
Cut off his hair.
So, do you get reeled in the head by this chair shot from Mance Warner, your guy?
Yeah.
What's going through your head besides metal?
Wow, I can't believe he did that. He never bothered to ask me if I was okay.
No, never.
He just kind of went about his business and ended up losing the match.
Pardon the interruption. There is Dr. Dan's rug.
yeah,
is getting
Dr.
pulled.
I finally broke myself
Just
free
gave
from the
Dr.
duct
Dan a
tape
little tug
and
on the rug.
helped him to get back, but never bothered to check on me.
By,
to see if
by
I
the
was
way,
okay.
you actually didn't break yourself free of that duct tape. I had to help you.
Oh well.
So, is there some
Dookie. Hey, Dookie.
some hard feelings starting to resonate? And
he hit so
Harbor
many
was in
rails.
here.
I've never seen somebody hit so
That
many
wasn't
rails as Duke at
that wasn't where it started. What's that?
I've never heard somebody hit so many rails as he did at Nax that night. This shit was crazy.
That
We
didn't
didn't even go to next.
that didn't start the bad feelings, but it didn't help any.
Okay.
I'll just say that.
That
much.
didn't start the bad
Was the
feelings.
bar
No.
staff concerned about how many times
Ooh,
Duke went in
well,
the bathroom?
more- Hey,
Duke loves rails. Hashtag.
All right, let's
we'll cut all that out.
cut all that out.
Well, we'll talk more about where the bad feelings started on a later episode.
The Wolfies 9th Street Duke.
It's probably started at Wolfie's. That's fair. So I think that's a good point to wrap this thing up for the Mighty Millennial Mikey Montgomery who chimed in, Dominic Guarini, Dr. Dan,
Goofball Ham.
Goofball Ham, the Duke, Joshua Bishop, AIW owner John Thorne. My name's Steve Guy. We'll talk to you next week right here on The Card is Going to Change.
We forgot to mention the fun after party. The last time at Nax, right? Or no, we go to Good Company.
We go to Good Company for the very first time.
Very first time.
Very first time we go to the Good Company.
GOOD Company.
And man, did they roll out the red carpet. Shout out to Jonah there, taking care of us.
And Mikey Millennial forgot to pay his tab.
Loaded
right?
fries. Mikey
Yeah,
Millennial,
can we
you
tell?
appeared-
Can we tell them about how?
What,
I
they didn't have
accidentally
Apple
skipped
Pay? You millennial son of a bitch.
Wow.
Okay, sorry about a later episode.
Big ups to Good Company finally figuring out how to get some good scotch in that joint.
No Venmo.
not that night.
That was Jayla.
Yeah.
Yeah. But thanks to them. Do I got to sign off again here?
Yeah, sign off.
All right. So, on that note, thanks to Good Company. Thanks to Jonah for hooking that up. And Pat Franklin, really, who's kind of set us up with Jonah and made that all happen there. Ronnie Two Legs. So, for Mighty Millennial Mikey Montgomery, Dominic Guarini, Dr. Dan, the Duke, Josh Bishop, and AIW owner John Thorne, my name's Steve Guy. We'll talk to you next week right here on The Card is Going to Change.